Good morning. Today we are working on CO8. I can write expressions with exponents in exponential and expanded form. So this is one of the days we're going to want our calculators. Remember, I told you to be bringing your calculators. So we're going to learn about those exponents or the powers. So an exponent or a power is different words, but it means the same thing. It is used to show repeated multiplication. It tells you how many of the base is multiplied together. So it's the little number up on the right. So when we look down here, it's that little number up on the right. That is our exponent or our power. Our base is the number or variable. So it could be a letter, so a number or variable attached to the power. It is what gets multiplied. So it's the big number or letter. So let's look down below. We have 7/8. What is my base number? Jillian.
7.
7.
Times
It's the big number. The power is the power or the exponent. Let's put an E for exponent. Is 8. So now, Jillian, did you say? Tell me again what you just said. You said the base was 7.
So it's the base is 7, but then it's exponent's 8. And then it's 7 times 7 times 7,
Yes.
or 7 times 8.
No, it's not 7 times 8. So it's very different. That's what I thought you said. So if we have 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to multiply it. There's going to be 7 8.
Or
So
7 times
7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 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 7. I do that 8 times, that's going to be a much bigger number. So we actually have to do that math. You could do 7 times 7 times 7, and in your calculator, excuse me, in your calculator, keep doing 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. You're going to get a big number. I'm going to show you how we can use our calculator so we don't have to keep multiplying that 7 through. I'm going to show you how to do it with the exponents. Let's look at our next one. What is our base? I know Jillian knows. Who else knows? Aiden? 10. What is our exponent? Matthew? 3. Our next one, what is our base?
N.
The n, it's that variable. It's n. What is our exponent? 9. Come to the next one. What is our base?
Y.
Y. What is our exponent?
19.
19. Next one, what is our base?
X.
What is our exponent?
5.
And our last one, what is our base?
2.
And what is our exponent?
9.
So as we're looking at this, we need to keep reminding ourselves, it is not 2 times 9. It's 2 times 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 2. It's going to be much, much bigger than 9. Or sorry, much bigger than the 18. 2 times 9 is 18. We don't want that. We are not multiplying 2 times the exponent. You're multiplying it all the way out. So it would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And you have to actually do all of that math. That's a lot of math.
So we can use our calculator.
Oh yeah. Expanded form is when we're writing an exponent as repeated multiplication. So what I've been showing you. So when we write it all out, I was showing you that expanded form. So this is expanded form. We took the exponent, 2 to the 9th power, and I wrote it out. What math am I doing? So when you're writing it all out, you only see the base number being multiplied. 2 times 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 2. You're only multiplying out your base. The exponent, you're not actually multiplying that number. That's just telling you how many times we're multiplying the base. So when you're showing the base and the exponent, it's going to look like this. When you're showing the expanded form, it's going to look like that. So, are we good if I erase this?
Yeah.
Because I really want to get to the fun part of using those calculators. Let me scroll up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to write each expression in expanded form. So 8 to the 3rd power, what's that going to look like? Julian is super excited for exponents. Gigi, tell me. 8 times 8 times 8. When we write an expanded form, we only see that base number. We only see the base, and we multiply it as many times as that exponent says. Now for the fun part. So, let's get out our calculators. Shh. So you should have your calculator out. If you have to go get it, do it quickly and quietly. Okay, then you're just going to have to sit and watch. All right, so here's how we do this in our calculator. We take our base, which was 8. Now we want to show what the exponent is. So see that little caret button? That means it's going to be the exponent. It's called the caret, that little angle. So you punch in the angle there and see how it's up in the right corner? So that's showing us what the exponent is going to be. So then I put in my exponent and then I hit equal. 512. So if you don't have a fancy dancy big kid calculator and you just have a regular calculator that just has like the simple buttons, let me show you what we're doing.
Wait, wouldn't it be
So watch. We had 8 times 8 times 8. There, we needed 3 8s that we were multiplying together. That equals 512. So we get the same answer. One way is just a lot easier to put into our calculator instead of trying to remember that I'm 2 to the 9th power. It's 2 times 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 2. Did I put it 9 times? Did I do it enough multiplying? It can get confusing. You can do it. So if you don't have the big kid calculator, you can still do the math. It's just a little more complicated and it's easier to make mistakes. So if you're using one of these, remember I told us last week, make sure you have the calculator that's on the supply list because we need it for this week. So if you don't have one yet, go home and tell your parents, I truly need a calculator that's from the supply list. You can still do your homework. You can use a regular calculator. It's just going to be a little bit more. Nolan? Really? So Nolan is saying if we looked back at that 2 to the 9th power, fancy schmancy, it's actually the same number, 512. Pretty cool. So let's look at our next one. So I'm going to write our answer because it says then evaluate it using a calculator. So you're not just putting it in expanded form. We're writing what the answer is. Do the math. So now let's look at our next one, 12 to the 3rd power. What's that going to look like? Ziki. 12 times 12 times 12. That 3rd power tells me I'm multiplying that 12 3 times. 12 times 12 times 12. Now we're going to put it into our calculator. And we could do 12 times 12 times 12. And we would get 1,728. Now let's check and see if we're doing our exponent correctly. Remember, this is the exponent button because it goes up into the right corner. 12 to the 3rd power is 1,728. You can do it either way. This way is a lot easier. So we need to put that answer. James, what was the number? 1,728. Thank you. Okay, so for each of these, you are writing it in expanded form, and then you're doing the math on your calculator. If you have the big kid calculator, for lack of better words, the fancy schmancy calculator, you can use the exponent button. Super easier. If you don't have it, you're going to have to do it the long way. Matthew?
I do have it. I don't have that last one.
Okay, I will show you when I'm done recording how to find it on your calculator, okay? Let's look down at this section down here. It says, this time write each expanded expression using an exponent. So 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, what is that going to look like with an exponent? Jillian?
It's the five and then a little tiny
5 to the 4th power. Notice how it's super important I put that 4 up high in that right corner. If I don't put it small, it looks like the number 54. We don't want 54. We want 5 to the 4th power. Super important that you write that 4 small and up high. Then we have to do the math. Put in 5 to the 4th power on your calculator. On the bottom, it's the same thing, they're just using words. So a base of 3, that's our big number, with an exponent of 5, and then do the math. Any questions on our page today? It's just this one page, using our calculators. Any questions on it? Jillian?
2. So the 1 to the 6th power and the 0 to the 4th power.
Well, what would 1 to the 6th power look like?
1 times 1 times 1 times 1. Yeah, but then
So,
when I did it on my calculator, it said it equals 1, but that doesn't sound.
well, what's 1 times anything? The number it's multiplying by. So what's 1 times 1? Times 1. Okay? So you just have to stop and think it through. Okay? Multiplying by 1. So what's anything times 0?
0. But why would we still have to do 0?
Well, yeah, because you have to write it in expanded form. So you still have to show me the expanded form. If you are a friend watching this at home, we hope you are well and we hope to see you soon. Have a good day.